Hi everyone, Fall Fashion here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of the new Ed Sheeran project, Autumn Variations. This is a brand new LP from singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran. Given Ed is one of the most streamed artists on the planet living today, I don't know if he needs that much of an introduction, but I should give you at least a little bit of pivotal background to this new project. For one, on this record, Ed is going independent. Yay! For sure, he has most likely some big distribution behind it, but he has released Autumn Variations through his own label, Gingerbread Man. You can't say he's not self-aware. But yeah, creatively, Ed seems to be in full control of this one. And while I'm sure his extreme success in the music industry has allotted him a lot of creative freedom already, for sure on this one there is no record exec breathing down his neck saying, "Ed, we need another Shape of You. We need 10 more Shape of Yous." Chaining the poor guy to the acoustic guitar. And with this label change, Ed is seemingly getting a little conceptual on this one, as the 14 tracks on this thing are all supposed to be in tribute to different friends or people in Ed's life and various experiences that they've been going through. He also worked with the National's Aaron Dessner on the production with this LP, who Ed has collabed with before, of course. You guys may also be familiar with Aaron's work through the more indie-centric folkisms that have turned up on some of Taylor Swift's latest work. But sadly, those sounds, those vibes don't really bear out on this new LP. Actually, there are very little aesthetic or instrumental surprises on this album at all, which I think says a lot about the types of aesthetics and instrumentation that really drives Ed as an artist. Because while absolutely there are no tracks on this LP where Ed is desperately trying for some kind of pop singer-songwriter crossover, no surprise rap verses on this thing, no super glitzy choruses or anything like that. What is left, though, is this very brisk but also bland acoustic pastiche that varies between coffee shop open mic sad boy ballads and Christian singer-songwriter rock tunes. And that is when he's not hitting us with something super deja vu or even derivative. Like with Plastic Bag, the tune and instrumental on this one feels like a combo of that song he wrote for One Direction ages ago, Little Things, but also Peter Gabriel's Salisbury Hill, Ed Sheeran Try Not to Get Sued challenge, plus the layered falsetto vocals all over the track Blue feel like Ed trying his best Bon Iver impression, but also with none of the rustic indie charm of Justin Vernon's music. So when it comes to the sound of this thing, I am neither thrilled or impressed, but I will say the tunes at the core of these tracks aren't necessarily bad. I commend Ed for not only coming together with a series of pretty touching tributes on this thing, but also writing from the perspectives of some of the people he has in mind on these tracks. Whether he's relaying the sense of hope and adventure on living in a new place and finding a new love on American Town, or giving us a kind of funny bit about birthdays meaning less and less as you grow older. That's on the track The Day I Was Born, and there's something also subtly sad about the loss of togetherness around these sentimental personal holidays and moments that Ed's singing about, with people in your life often kind of growing apart from you or dealing with their own shit sometimes. Ed also sings about struggling with sobriety and creativity on That's On Me, which features one of the best and most passionate vocal performances on the entire record. And with the song Page, there are also very genuine and complicated feelings of pride, worthlessness, loneliness, and regret that are expressed. There's a lot of layers to this one emotionally, more than I think Ed often puts into his tracks. And shout out to the track Amazing Too, which is all about mental struggles had around this undefined illness Ed is singing about, harboring a lot of shame over that and getting in the way of your own happiness by drowning in your sorrows. On this project, I think the biggest enemy to Ed's songwriting here is some occasionally unimaginative framing, like on the song England, where I think Ed is really trying to get across this sense of national pride, but the song just kind of ends up reading like a tourism ad. The song Spring Too, while I do understand its feelings of fear and stagnance, all these themes of isolation are dug down to in only a very surface level way, I think. And as a result, I kind of get a feeling of secondhand boredom from the song. Overall, Autumn Variations is not a bad one from Ed, but conversely, it's just not a very adventurous or interesting record musically. personally, though I am happy to not be catching him with his hand in the "I'm trying to make a hit, this is me making a hit" cookie jar. But still, I wish he would veer away just a little bit from the overly clean and pristine aesthetics all the time, especially with someone like Aaron Dessner right there who knows and understands the pathways from which you could do that. And still have the music sound good and have a commercial appeal, but like, damn, there's just a bit more texture and maybe just folksy rusticness to it that I think would work in the context of Ed's music, given he is a singer-songwriter. I mean, it is cool that he's continuing to write from a very personal place on this new record. I just wish the production felt a bit more personal to him and just not so paint by the numbers. I'm feeling a strong 5 to a light 6 on this one. Transition, have you given this record a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you're the best. What should I review next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe and please don't cry. Hit the bell as well. Over here next to my head is another video you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Ed Sheeran, forever.